Are the US and Iran readying for war? That's our top focus tonight on Gravitas. At the moment, things seem to be heading in the direction of a far more dangerous war in West Asia, one between America and Iran. You see, so far, they have fought via allies, but today those tensions have edged closer to the point of no return. After US President Donald Trump's explosive remarks where he vowed bombing if Tehran refuses to accept a new nuclear deal, Iran has reportedly called for preemptive strike on a remote US military base in the Indian Ocean. The Diego Garcia military base. You heard that right. According to the British daily, The Telegraph, Iranian military commanders are facing calls for preemptive strike on the Chagos Island base before US President Donald Trump uses it to attack the Islamic Republic. What's the trigger, you ask? America's deployment of B-2 Spirit jets there, aptly called ghosts in the sky. The B-2 bombers basically are capable of slipping past even the most advanced air defenses. And according to the latest satellite imagery, at least 3 B-2 Spirit jets arrived at the strategic outpost last week. Remember, the Diego Garcia base serves as a key launchpad for U.S. UK operations, especially in West Asia. The Telegraph cites pro-Iranian voices saying that the island should have been targeted long before America deployed bombers there. As per the British daily, the base supports B-1 Lancer, B-2 Spirit, the B-52 Stratofortress bombers. Additionally, at least 4,000 military personnel and contractors, the majority of whom are American, are also reportedly housed at the base there. According to Iranian state media, the B-2 Spirit bomber would likely use Diego Garcia as a launching point for any potential attack on Iran's vast underground facilities. Remember, that's where Iran stores all its advanced missiles and rockets, in highly fortified underground facilities. Take a look. But you see, experts say that unlike other conventional weapons, the American B-2 bombers are capable of striking underground compounds. In fact, that is B-2 Spirit jets' unique feature. So in case a war with Iran does break out, America could potentially use the B-2 bombers to target Iran's underground missile cities. And with these now stationed in Diego Garcia, Iran sees a direct threat. Because that's not all. Satellite images also show at least 3 C-17 cargo planes and 10 aerial refueling tankers at the Diego Garcia base. And these seem to have arrived here recently. And we've told you last week about the latest deployments. And then there is also the matter of the base itself. The highly strategic base has been used as a staging point for US strikes in West Asia on multiple occasions in the past. Iran is provoked. But Tehran is also not buckling under American pressure. An advisor to Iran's Supreme Leader has issued Iran's most alarming threat yet. If attacked, Iran will have no choice but to develop nuclear weapons. And these comments also come after Khamenei himself promised to hit back if Donald Trump carried out his threat to bomb Iran, if it did not make a deal to curb its nuclear program.
The enmity from the US and Israel has always been there. They threaten to attack us, which we don't think is very probable, but if they commit any mischief, they will surely receive a strong reciprocal blow.
And Iran also sends its message to the UN Security Council in a letter by its UN ambassador. Tehran has condemned what it described as warmongering provocations by America. And adding to the volatility, the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, or IRGC, also making its position clear. Brigadier General Amir Ali Hajizadeh has warned that the U.S. is sitting in a glass house. The Iranian general, in fact, has warned that American forces are dangerously exposed, saying that 10 American bases and 50,000 American troops in the region are within Iran's reach. Meanwhile, Ali Larijani, a top Iranian politician, has raised a rather important issue. Threats aside, could Iran actually build a nuclear weapon under a nuclear fatwa? Larijani says Iran could rethink it if the United States or Israel attacks Iran. And as far as Tehran is concerned, the ball really is in America's court. So suffice to say, tensions between Iran and the US are at an all-time high, and they have escalated since Trump has returned to the White House. Since taking office in January, Trump has reinstated what has been described as a maximum pressure policy. During his first term, that meant US withdrawing from the landmark agreement on Iran's nuclear program and reimposing sanctions on Tehran. In his second term, it is edging towards an all-out war, it seems. How close is war? It's hard to say, but things have definitely moved beyond just verbal threats. But could a war actually break out? Would Iran actually strike first? If so, what would an Iranian preemptive strike look like? Is Donald Trump serious about bombing Iran? Or is this yet another calculated move on his part to force Iran into negotiations? We will have to wait and watch. To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.